Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We are back again for another day of entertainment. And our favorite salty old head, I believe, had a birthday recently, allegedly. So let's go ahead and drop that congratulations. Congratulations! Now, before we get it started, let's go ahead and go on back to this channel and let's check out those views, because you know the troll channels, once they get gone and you know his main channel's not showing up, let's look at these stats again. All right, okay. Oh, look, first, oh, look, Turkey Time got you, look. But your official page is still there. Let's click it and see what we got going on. 2K, 2.1K, 3.1K. Yeah, man, you know, that troll channel being gone, man. Yeah, your views is really skyrocketing now. And it was also mentioned in the comment section that Calcium's channel was back a few hours ago. I looked it up. I didn't see it. I'll try it one more time. All right, let's check it out here. So, okay. All right, there we go. That's funny at the bottom. That's not what we're here for. All right, now let's check this out. Let's see here. King of Rocks and Quavies, a bunch of clips. Nah, man, it's still gone. But this is what I'll say though. It's happened again the same time last year. I saw it on the Reddit, so it's just a matter of time. The channel will be back. It's probably gonna take maybe like a week or two, give or take, because you know the review process. But the channel will be back. But for now, nah, it's still gone. But in the meanwhile, let's go ahead and get it started.
Do you realize that? The better.
2, 1.
You already know where we at. You already know what time it is.
Dale the man in music, you big-lipped chicken leg sniffling one simple task: to enslave the minds of these fallen idiots.
Didn't even put the beef back, threw it in the pamper.
It's a get. Chad, it's another.
What did he say? Didn't put the beef back, put a pamper on it. What is going on?
Get.
It's disgusting.
Dang, what's going on? What is that? How did we get here? I don't even know what's going on. All I know is we hopped in here, we talking about beef and Pampers, and then we talking about a receipt. What is going on? This must have had something to do with food stamps or something, because man, the vitriol is real from the Section 8 king himself, allegedly.
Man, why do record themselves doing this? That's the real question.
That view count must be hella low, because whenever he comes back to black people, he always tries to get his other side of the fans or whatever. But I'm gonna say this though. This Matrix got a real stronghold on people. Now, again, we can have our opinions however we want to have them. But when I tell you, this was not a thing. If you're gonna do something, because I don't know what's going on here, but I'm just gonna go off of the context of what he's saying. If you're doing something you ain't got no business doing, and then you putting it on the internet, man, that Matrix got you good. The Matrix really got people out here telling on themselves. Now, if you gonna be out here doing stuff, and let's say it's a struggle right now, and I know the economy's rough, and right now you just trying to do what you gotta do, the last thing you need to be doing is going online and gloating. But another thing that I say, a lot of it's rage bait. A lot of people know that depending on what platform you're on, there's a certain type of content that gets pushed more than others. And we already know, we ain't even got to get into it. But we know how people could get in these comment sections. Remember, Twitter is not a real place, you know, as well as these other ones. They're one and the same. The grams and the books are the gram book is one and the same. People love to go crazy in the comment sections, and they know exactly the content they want to push to you. You know, TikTok around the clock. They know the perfect content to get you going hard in the comment section.
Why the f do niggas record it? That's what's mind-boggling to me. Why record the derogatory?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You ain't in a position to tell somebody about recording derogatory.
Always tell when somebody's on EBT how they look. They're overindulged. They're literally a walking product of gluttony.
Look, EBT and obesity are not synonymous. Do you understand that most Americans are obese? on the statistics. Do you know that people are having actual medical conditions a lot younger? All these people are not on EBT. This is a health problem in general. People eating poorly. You know what I'm saying? Drinking these sodas, and these companies putting these addictive chemicals in these foods to make you want more of it. Excessive amounts of sugar, combustible meats. But all jokes aside, even the small cans of soda got like 40 something grams of sugar. How is your drink 16 ounces and you got 40 grams of sugar? Do you know how much a gram weigh? Bro, it's basically a can full of sugar with a little spritz of water on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
Fuck this black ass bitch get 23K on her EBT balance.
Damn, that's so aggressive. That's bro, I've never heard of that. I'm gonna be like, I know people who work in health and human services, bro. I've never heard of no 23K. And no, maybe for the year. I've never heard of that. I've never seen. That's why I'm like, I don't know, man. This could be rage bait because I've never heard of it. I've never met a person getting no 23K a month in no food stamps. It gotta be like either annual, which if you break it down, that's still a lot of money. Was it 20? Yeah, so damn, this almost like $2,000 a month. There's no way, fool. Like, maybe it is, but let's look at the stats. Let's actually look at the statistics because I want to actually see this. Okay, so the spending on all the programs is over 3.4 trillion. Now you can go through and read the entire thing if you'd like to, but I don't want to turn it into like a whole class and session thing. This is not a seminar. So I'm not trying to, I can read and I'll read fairly well, but this is still a video for entertainment. But so how much revenue do they bring in a year? That's the other question. Okay, so the total brought in is 4.9 trillion. So I guess at this point, they're trying to figure out where to cut and kind of balance the books to have it a little bit higher because the debt is still there because they spend a hell of a lot of money elsewhere. So just on the benefits alone, they're spending 3.9 trillion. So I can see how it could be an issue if they're spending all this money on military and all this other stuff and sending money to all these other countries, which is not free. And a lot of people are like, man, they sending all this money to it's not free money. They're doing other stuff now. I don't want to get into the details of what they do over there, whether it's when it comes to invasions, materials, or whatever it is they doing. I'm not over there, so I'm not going to be speaking on this. Like, I just particularly know all the technical aspects of what they do and why they send the money. But I'm gonna tell you this: the government don't send nothing for free. So if they're sending 50 billion to some country, just know they're getting their money back in return. They're getting it in 10, 15 fold. Don't ever think that they sending something off and they not collecting. Are we going to benefit from it? I don't know. Are we going to get anything from it? Most likely not. But just know, you're like, man, they sending all this money. No. You think they just generous? You think people in power just give money away for free? You think the devil just gives you a contract and says, yeah, man, you gonna get everything you ever wanted and you ain't got to give me nothing in return? Come on, man, what are we talking about? But that's a different topic for a different day. Sorry, got sidetracked. Let's get back where we left off.
How you get 23,000 in food stamps? I hope they catch whoever this is and put her in jail. I mean, but let's be real. You said maybe the ends are the only ones dumb enough to humiliate themselves. Well, if we bring it back, hasn't that always been a thing? Haven't he's always been the dumbest criminals on the planet?
No, that's not true. Just the most monitored and the most prosecuted for the things they do. But they're not the dumbest. There's plenty of people who say what they're going to do or admit to breaking the law and then nothing happens to them. If anything, I think it falls more under neglect than anything. I think it's more of a neglect issue to where people look for attention, even if it's negative attention, and doing things that they know people will watch or they will see, considering all attention as good attention. As a matter of fact, don't you do that same thing that you're talking trash about right now? Now, as far as like breaking the law, you're not like committing a crime on camera. I will give you that. But you are doing stuff on camera that wouldn't be considered favorable.
Blacks are still a minority. You said not for long? Come on, a lot of years are not gonna enough white chicks to even rinse that number out. It's not gonna happen. Too many white people are still and I think Caucasian people, I don't even like using the word white. I think Caucasian people are snapping into reality and they're thinking we must procreate more Caucasians.
And as silly as it sounds, people do actually think like this, but this is what I want you to understand about the genetic code. There is no such thing as a superior race. The only thing that's superior is based on your genetics, as far as how strong you are, how tall you are, how fast you are, your build, your bone density, things like that. That comes through genetics. It doesn't come through your ethnicity.
We must do it. That's why they're creating those Caucasian communities, so on and so forth. We need Caucasians to keep being afloat and keep.
That's not true. All of this is based on economics and family structure. If you don't have those things, obviously it's not going to be in order and in place. But as you look around, most people online are complaining about their financial situations and their standings in the culture as of late that's been pushed to say that, oh, you don't need to stay with this person, or you better off being single. It makes life a whole lot harder. You're speaking about the top 20 to 30%. The other 70% don't live like this. This is not the communities they live in. That's not the predominant white people that you're talking about. That's that subset, the one that's in money, that where when they eliminated the middle class, these are the people that you see and you're trying to use as an example. These people are not an example. Y'all, we ain't on the same level playing. Middle class is now poverty class. So when you want to reference them, or you want to reference Caucasians, you have to reference the majority, not the ones at the top percentile, because they are not relevant to everybody else. We gonna act like we ain't seen Bad Baby and all these people who then came out, or you ain't seen a bunch of baby mamas who are Caucasian and of different ethnicities and races. Come on now, let's not do that. let's not, and no, it ain't because they were with black guys. There are a bunch of Caucasian baby mamas who have white kids too. Let's not even do that. Stop comparing the upper echelon as the standard of everybody. That is not everybody, and that is not all of them, just so we're clear.
Flourishing. Why would you want a country full of Rog, Rasheeds, Shaheen, Awesom's, and Lil Kangs? Like, why would you want that?
Hey, he left that muchachos. Oh man, this dude's silly. But anyways, let's go ahead and move on to our next segment.
I'm in the spot.
Video by More Trap or Trap More Ross. Okay, so let's go ahead and learn more about where this viral craze that has taken over the minds of our nation's youth, apparently. Where's it coming from, man?
Fun time. See, now, I didn't want to look this up because I already know. Because every time there's something of that nature, there's always something interesting. I'll just say, we'll use interesting. it's a background story of whatever it comes from. But let's go ahead and find out today. Let's find out where it came from. Side note, I ain't look it up. It popped up. That's why I'm watching it. So I didn't look it up. But since it showed up, we about to find out.
The 6'7" meme has completely taken over the internet recently, okay? The rapper Skrilla has gone insanely viral with this catchphrase, 6'7".
Ain't it crazy how we got all these like real weird, not necessarily weird, but like nerdy white boys that are huge in rap media? I just feel like that's interesting.
It's because of self-hatred, that's why. Now, Trap Boy is good at what he does, and I'm not going to take that away from him. He's good at what he does. So credit is where credit's due. But we can't say that because there's no support. The black community, they do not support each other. It's crabs in the barrel more times than not. People try to make sure nobody else comes up, and they always want to hold people back. Oh, you getting a little bit too much. Look at Nipsey. Now there's a whole lot of rumors behind the Nipsey situation, but the last thing that I know about the Nipsey situation, that was in-house. That was another black man who said, you getting a little too big for your britches. I could be wrong, and I'm gonna leave it at allegedly. So let's not sit here and act like they're not where they're at for a reason, because people are not holding other black people are holding black people back, which is the reason why there is no Trap Lord Ross, because they destroy them. They do. It is what it is. So let's go ahead and just eliminate the victim mentality and do better from this point on, because I don't like when people blame other people for the shortcomings. It just doesn't, it's not conducive to success. It's basically saying, well, why is this person there? Why ain't they? Or why don't you just establish your own? Why don't you build your own? Why don't you support your own? That way you don't have to look at what they got, because when you look at what they got, what does that say? When you compare yourself to what they have versus what you have, it says you're a failure. It says you failed. It says, oh, why are you successful versus let me work hard to be successful. See what I mean? It's a drastic difference. Instead of being a victim, make things happen and stop making excuses. I'm not saying that life is fair. I'm not saying that it worked out for him because of some characteristic traits that helped him, but you have to figure out what helps you, what works for you to get where you need to be, to get what you need to have. And it just might not be in the cards for you to be able to do that. That's just reality. Everybody can't do whatever they want to do. I know you could try. you could try. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you trying something and not utilizing your card properly that you have, that's on you. Everybody don't get to choose to do whatever they want to do. And you just gotta charge it to the game and accept it for what it is.
Interesting.
Okay, it's gone absolutely crazy. We're seeing it everywhere, but I'm here today to tell you guys that the true meaning behind 6-7 is so much darker than you could have ever imagined.
You don't say. You don't say.
6-7, okay, it's not a joke.
Really?
It's a serious, real gang with real members that are getting murdered, that are murdering people day in, day out in Philadelphia.
Wow.
And you have absolutely no idea what the whole 6-7 thing you're doing is actually contributing to. So I'm going to break it all down for you today. I'm going to tell you absolutely everything you need to know about the true murderous killer gang behind 6-7.
God
okay?
damn.
So the meme itself...
So you're trying to tell me we got a bunch of 6-year-olds going around yelling out gang names?
Basically. Like, I'm just going to repeat it because I heard it somewhere. Yep, which is why they should not be sitting on the internet all day, because that's the type of thing that happens. Keep your kids off the internet. I know you do the best you can, but 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds and all that should not be sitting there scrolling on no damn TikTok and on no Instagram. They should not be aware of your algorithm and what's coming up for you and what you're watching. They should not have their own algorithm at all, because this is what happens.
That's crazy.
It all comes from this song, Doot Doot, all right? 6-7 by Skrilla. And it's really not the song that you would be expecting to be going viral with suburban housewives.
Dude, what are you trying to make this for kids or something? What is that? Like, that's real close to the Baby Shark song. Like, I'm just saying, like, I don't know if that was what he meant to do, but I'm like, come on, bro, what are we doing?
There's a nerdy kids in school. You got teachers doing the 6-7 meme. But if you know the history behind Skrilla, okay, he's from Philadelphia. He's known for hanging around Kensington, Zombieland, where all of the fiends, all of the junkies are.
Man, that's crazy. That's wild. And this is what people are saying, man.
He used to be addicted to drugs himself.
Oh, wow.
His whole career has come from a very dark place of gang violence, drug addiction, and just some of the most fierce struggle and messed up, desolate environments. In this song, in the lyrics of this song, okay, he very randomly raps a couple of lines that just had a lot of people confused, okay? He said this line, and you know he's referring to shooting. He's saying pull up, doot 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 dump truck, baby shark, doot 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 doot.
Okay, so that's what I thought. So basically, there ain't no outrage about that, huh? He gonna put a whole baby song mid-verse. I mean, we just gonna act like that ain't happening, right? We gonna get mad about everything else, but we gonna just let that skate. All right, dog. Well, we outraged about people like Adam 22's Trap Lords and Vlad TV. All right, fool. Okay.
Damn.
It sounds like a kid's nursery rhyme, but the reality behind this is actually very serious, okay? And when he says 6-7 for the first time, he says, the way that switch, brr, I know he dying. He's referring to a Glock switch, an attachment that you can put on a Glock.
Bro, that's so crazy to just think of, like, like just little kids going around saying 6-7. And the line right before is, the way that switch, brr, I know he dying. Wait a switch bird, I know he died. Oh my God.
That's crazy. So the line before, I was like, so this is why knowledge and listening is essential. This is why comprehension is essential. So y'all been running around here. Like they've been running around here basically yelling out death chants. That's crazy.
6-7, I just bit right onto a highway. It's a good song.
That turns the what should be, okay, you know, a gun that only shoots one bullet at a time into an automatic weapon. That's
right,
the way that
yeah.
switch, brr, that's what he's talking about. The way that switch, brr, I know he dying. 6-7, all right? And it really doesn't make any sense. Okay, there's a lot of explanations floating around as to what this 6-7 thing actually means.
It makes sense to somebody.
But none of them are correct, okay? On Genius.com, it says 6-7 likely refers to the police code 1067, which
Really?
signifies a death has occurred.
Yeah, I've been running around here saying that. Yeah, I've been running around here saying that. And you don't even know. And that's what gets me about today's generation. Y'all just be running around saying stuff and don't even know what you're saying. I'm like, man, stop. Just understand what things come. If people keep saying something, find out what you're talking about. Find out what you're saying. Stop just saying stuff. Y'all over here, man.
It also alludes to 67th Street in Philadelphia, which Skrilla represents. Now, that's nearly true, but I'm going to tell you the truth later on in this video. And 6-7 may also be a shorthand for death via a reference to burial plots, 6 feet under and 7 feet apart.
Okay, wow, that's crazy. Even if he wasn't thinking of all of that when he wrote it, it's crazy how people can find connections to numbers.
So this lyric...
And as much as I disagree with the ethics behind the line, that bar would be tough. Now, I'm not saying I co-sign the behavior, but if that's how he meant it, that would be a tough line. Just in all fairness, don't move like that. That's unacceptable.
That's about murdering somebody. Okay, the way that switch, I know he dying, that's gone viral for some reason, okay? You've got kids going viral on TikTok doing the 6-7 dance.
Crazy.
You got this kid. You got this guy, okay? He did the whole 6-7 dance for 6 hours and 7 minutes straight. This is that one.
They calling this a dance? This is a dance?
Look like you juggling.
Now? You telling me it's about to be niggas hitting this shit at prom? Okay.
Lyric that is seemingly about violence and hitting people with switches has got people doing these 6-7 challenges. It doesn't make any sense, all right? And people are building whole careers off the back of this stuff. There's this one kid that did the 6-7 dance at a basketball game, and he went viral.
Really?
This kid's known as the 6-7 kid now because just for doing this is it.
6-7!
Even his essential gesture. Look, I don't know what y'all got going on, but I'm gonna say this. Stop it. Just stop doing that. Like this, y'all need to quit watching them Aidens and them I Show Speeds and all them, man. Cause I'm just saying the introduction of that gesture he was making was highly inappropriate. I'm gonna just leave it at, I ain't gonna go into detail, but I'm gonna just say this. Stop that.
Wow. So basically, this is just this generation's Damn Daniel. Y'all remember the Damn Daniel meme?
Damn, Daniel, back at it again with the white bag.
But see, Damn Daniel was innocent though. That's a different. See, memes, it was innocent. Like a Damn Daniel was about some shoes and him stunting on people. That was not. This stuff today then just got dark, man. It got real dark, like real fast. Like that was innocent. This right here, this is a whole nother level. We went from Charlie bit my finger to I'm going to Disneyland to Cash Me Outside to Diddy Diddler. Like it escalated quickly. It really did.
She even said it on Jimmy Kimmel. Look at this.
Another 6-7 minutes.
6-7.
Wow, that's
I don't even know what's going on. It even made its way to a recent South Park episode.
That's crazy. You got the whole nation, all these white people, man, like shouting out gang names. I don't even know what you call it. What do you call that? A gang call?
Right up their alley. It's right up their alley. Having you saying a bunch of things you shouldn't be saying. Yep, that's just like media will do.
That's when you know that a meme has really fully reached saturation point because they're doing it on South Park.
Wow.
6-7!
The 6-7 meme has reached such a point of saturation that CNN are writing entire articles about it. The 6-7 meme can be annoying, but kids are shouting it for good reason.
Really?
CNN, all right? Scotty Andrew, I don't think you realize the real reason that people are saying 6-7, all right?
Yeah, but that's the equivalent of them running around yelling out Crip or Blood. It's the same thing. Running around yelling out a gang name. It's the same thing as running around yelling out O Block or just any situation related to that. It just because you say it means something else, it does not mean what it means.
Not since 6-9 has a number caused this much disruption. 6-7, pronounced 6-7, is haunting school halls across the country, including South Park Elementary, making it the Gen Alpha nonsense phrase of the moment. It's not nonsense though, people. I'm going to tell you. Kids are shouting it in classrooms when teachers turn to page 6-7, when lunchtime is 6 to 7 minutes away, all for no
Now, look, man, a black person would have heard the song and known right away that 6-7 means something. Only white people would have heard this and be like, oh, this is just nonsense that kids are saying. It's like, no. Wait, this came from a song? Let me hear that song.
Bro, put a belt right to they behind. The way that switch, I know he dying. 6-7.
Oh, yeah, nah, he talking about some gang, no doubt. I'm not sure what it is exactly, but definitely this is some gang, no doubt.
And definitely not about to be running around saying it publicly, because the consequences that will come with saying it, if you, especially when you don't understand it. What is the number one rule that we always have? Don't go around here just saying stuff to be saying it, because it can come with consequences, because you don't know who you saying it to, and people don't know who playing, because again, where they come from, like that King Von type of lifestyle, and I'm only saying Von because that's the most, like, the fastest relatable person that you'll know who I'm talking about. Kids are shooters. So it's not a game. It's not something that's just, oh, that's funny. Nah, they don't know who's what. So when you come from that lifestyle, if you saying that, you could mess around and get bodied behind it, because you don't, kids really do be out here getting down like that. But typically people who are from there, they know better. But people who are not, they don't. And overall, it shouldn't be said, especially considering what it stands for.
6-7 means nothing. Actually, it does mean something. I'm about to tell you. You're not going to believe what it means. Using it can make a student feel like a member of a bigger, cooler group of their peers. A bigger, cooler group of their peers, perhaps a gang. Perhaps a gang.
In the last, I don't know, 6 months, you know, the most common used slang word right now is 6-7. And this might be the most overused phrase I've heard in like my 6 years of teaching. So I decided to keep...
Wow.
Nobody knows what it means, he said. That's kind of the funny thing about it. It's meaningless is partly due to what Jones calls semantic bleaching, where a phrase is divorced from its original context and comes to mean something entirely different, or in this case, nothing. Okay, the kids are screaming 6-7 to belong. Well, if you want to belong to something, I'm about to tell you what this is all about, okay? But 6-7 has become such a saturated meme that it's even got its own Wikipedia page already.
Wow.
6-7 means two things. It means, one means it's a number. In his case, it means a gang. That gang for that street and who reps it, that's what that is. And what you're saying is a representation with those numbers together, is a representation of that gang. Point blank, period. End of the discussion. There is no redefining it. That's what it means.
Demonstrating the 6-7 dance.
Bro, if you need to watch a tutorial on how to do the 6-7 dance, bro, you need help.
In the exact same way on songs all the way back in 2023. So this was posted on Reddit in September 2023. And as you're going to hear, I'll play a very, very quick snippet. Hopefully these lovely young men don't copyright me, but you're about to hear what the 6-7 was really about back in 2023.
6-7 green light.
6-7 green light. So these young bulls
definitely doesn't mean nothing. Definitely doesn't mean nothing.
Doing this long before Skrilla.
No, it totally means nothing. All these guys moving aggressively, saying this out before green light, maybe they're playing red light, green light. Maybe that's what it means, because totally when you say those numbers before green light in the hood, you know, green light, it just means a game that you're playing where like you know how they had that game in Squid Games, you know, red light, green light. Oh, wow, damn, that actually is kind of a now that I think about it, damn, that actually kind of, that is what green light means. Actually, if you get caught on red. But overall, enough with the hood Squid Games. But if you kicked it with your boy this long, I appreciate you hanging with me. Links in the description below, like always. And in the meanwhile, I'm out. Have a good one. And also, man, don't be saying stuff you hear online and not know the origin of what you're saying.
I'm gonna allow a bum like you to get a dub off me. Yeah. And Geronimo ass up smash. Let's get the out of here. Did you just say yickety when? Did you really just do that?